Today we're going to take a look at the Eachine VR007 PRO. The original version came out sometime last year, and from the outside it looks exactly the same. The upgraded version claims to have a better receiver, a better screen with added power and frequency displays, as well as a lower overall weight. This is the updated version of the original VR007. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have inside. Alright, so first up, we got some instructions. I don't know, but it feels kind of wet. I don't know what that is. Got the goggles here, and I think this is the lipo. With the other goggles that I've had, they normally don't come with a battery. It's got some screen wipes. Got a wet one and a dry one. Okay, so next up we have a 3.7 volt 1600 milliamp lipo. It should go without saying, but make sure you don't use anything higher than a 1-cell lipo. Doing so otherwise will probably result in frying your goggles receiver. It's got a rated fly time of 2.5 hours, which is plenty. I don't think I've ever flown straight for even close to that long. And of course, the included dipole. Normally the first thing I do is throw it in a box where it pretty much remains for life. I highly suggest getting a decent circular polarized antenna. I promise you will get much better performance over the dipole. And without further ado, the VR007. It sports a 5.8 GHz 40 channel receiver with an operating voltage range of 3.7 to 4.2 volts. The VR007 uses a 4.3 inch screen with a 480 by 272 pixel resolution. The screen ratio comes set at 16:9, but can be changed to 4:3 through the menu settings. It looks like the auto search button was replaced by an upgraded version sticker, which is quite unfortunate because it's such a huge convenience to be able to press a button once or twice rather than 15 or 20 times. So far the Pro version looks pretty much identical to the original 007, with the exception of slight changes like the button and various markings around the headset. The foam pad is very soft. In my opinion, it might be a little bit too soft. Let's see how it feels. Actually pretty comfortable. And another good thing is it completely encompasses your face, so there is no light that comes in, and this area is soft enough that it feels comfortable on your nose. I've had other goggles where it kind of pushes on your nose and it just makes it feel uncomfortable, but this one is it's soft enough to the point where you don't mind having it on your face. The two straps on the side are elastic and it's held in place through some Velcro, which is probably a good thing because I've had issues with other goggles where the straps will loosen itself over time, which is a little annoying because often I would have to retighten it. The one on top looks like a regular strap and it's not elastic. Here it is next to the VR01, which is comparable in size. They are both quite small and both have a 4.3 inch screen. The price point is also pretty similar, around 45 to 50 bucks, but when it comes to the features, the VR007 is definitely lacking. The VR01 sports an auto search button as well as an option allowing the use of external receivers. It's got a strong and durable feel to it, so it can be tossed around, dropped, and still work perfect. Not that anyone would do that, but it's good to know that it won't break easily. Its small form factor is especially noticeable when put up against other similar types of headsets. Here it is next to the B-Rotor BV1, which is quite a bit larger. I think the 007 can be an extra headset that you just keep in your car for those times when you want to show off to a friend, or maybe just to have it as an emergency backup. If you've been around the RC hobby long enough, you'll probably agree sometimes things just seem to break for no reason at all. The screen is actually clear and crisp, especially for a $45 goggles. For anyone who's on the fence about getting into FPV, this is an excellent option to allow you to get your feet wet. Although I can't say whether the receiver and screen is better than the first model, I can say that the newer screen and receiver both perform very well. Definitely better than I expected. But enough of me saying how good it is. Here's a clip of the 007 Pro in action. Just to set this clip up a little further, since there's no DVR function, I filmed this clip using my phone and I try to mitigate the glare as much as possible, but filming outside has its limits. The letters in white are from my Quad's OSD, the letters in color are the goggle's own. Also, I'm not using the stock antenna, instead I'm using my AMWay circular polarized antenna. I highly suggest using a CP antenna as the stock dipole is quite bad. Some other things I wanted to mention is the 007 is very comfortable. The foam pad on the front is super soft. It really feels like a pillow on your face. It's super comfortable to wear. The foam padding also does an excellent job of preventing outside light from shining through. In total, the goggles with the antenna and battery weigh around 310 grams. I went through the whole flight session with the 007 happily having this thing on my face. It's important to have a pair of goggles that fit well, especially when racing quadcopters. You don't want to have to constantly adjust because it feels uncomfortable. With the 007, I don't remember having to readjust even once. To sum things up, the VR007 is an excellent choice for people who are looking to get into FPV but don't want to spend much. For $45, you're getting a complete FPV headset that's ready as soon as you receive it. The screen and receiver, as claimed, perform better than I expected. You get a receiver with great reception as well as a clear and vibrant screen. However, I didn't like that the goggles didn't have an auto search button. This is a key feature for me because I don't like having to spend time looking for a channel. But still, this one gripe is nothing to cry over, especially when you're getting the entire headset for under 45 bucks.
Thank you for watching. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. This will help me be able to create more videos like this one. And as always, happy flying.